Yes children, in our previous video we have seen the persons in English. So how it is? So in English language, third person singular. What are the third person singular? As I said children, he, she, it. Third person singular always takes verbs s with s and es. Why? Singular verb, and when I say that, so you see here, see, it is what it is, third person singular. Yes. So normally in what we call actually normally when it is third person and in the present verb, in the simple present verb, you get this confusion to write, to add like this or to write like this. You really get, no, someone he writes or he write. Is it confusing for you always? So we'll clear our confusion here. So with a small trick, normally when we, as I said, singular plural, if I say child, child, what is the plural? Children. This is the singular part. What is the plural? Children, not childs, please. Don't say me childs, please don't. So here child plural is children. If I say you, let me say you pen. What is the plural? Pens. Yes. If I say you class, what is the plural? Classes, right? Suppose if I say you student, what is the plural? Students. So by this time you understand that by adding s or es, we make a noun from singular to plural. So what we do? For a noun to add singular, to make it plural, what we do? We add s or es, right? Yes or no? The same thing we are doing. But when it comes to verb, when a s is added to it, it is considered as singular. Understand? So it is vice versa. When we add, what do you call? It's opposite to it. So when we add s or es to a noun, it becomes plural. But when we are adding s or es to a verb, it becomes singular. So the plural form is the normal verb what we write, the present verb what we write, that is the plural form actually. Understand children? So when, as I said, third person singular always carries the singular verb. Always. Third person means it must carry singular verb. Okay. So in that case, this sentence is right. For example, if I say, let's see with a few more example children, so you understand better. Suppose if I say the same, he runs very slowly, runs very slowly. The same sentence if I take with they run very slowly. Same sentence if I take any proper noun, for example, yes, Rita run or runs. So what is the subject verb agreement? If you see, he is your subject, runs is your verb. As I said, third person singular always takes, what it takes? Singular verb. In what way singular it is, Nana? Here verb, when it carries s or es, it is singular. So it is agreeing. The subject is agreeing with the verb in number. So here they, what is it? Subject. Here it is subject singular. Here subject plural, not a single person. And what is the verb? Run. So as I said, when the verb is not added with s or es, that means the verb is plural. So what it is here? It is, what do you call? The verb is agreeing. This verb is agreeing with the subject. So here Rita is single. So third person singular. Third person singular, proper noun always carries a singular verb. So here it is the subject agrees with the verb. Understand how it goes? So the small thing what you have to remember, the first basic thing, that when we add s or es to the verb, to the subject, it becomes plural. But when we add s or es to the when we add s or es to the noun, it becomes plural. But when we add s or es to the verb, it becomes singular. That is the small twist what you have to remember, children. You have to keep your mind, keep inside your mind to understand this subject verb agreement, how it agrees, how the subject agrees. Singular subject takes singular verb. That singular verb is added with s or es. For example, if I say, for example, she. See here, when I say Ramu was writing his test. Okay. The students were writing their test. Okay. So if you see here, Ramu is a singular subject. Okay. So was is also for singular person, singular verb. So Ramu was writing his test. When it comes the students, it becomes plural. So not to single student, many student. So here subject is plural. Okay. So that's why were, the verb is plural for were. We use here writing their test. Understand, children, how it goes? So this is the basic rule. What is the first basic rule is singular subject takes singular verb. So you must understand that small trick. When we add s or es to the verb, it becomes singular. Okay. Then in that context, let's see the first rule what we have. When two subjects are joined and the verb is plural, the two subjects are joined with and. So how we are joining the two subjects? You are joining that. The first rule how you can get here is when. This is what just now I have explained is the basic rule. Singular subject must take and where else it will become, we will see. So when two subjects are joined with and the verb is when two subjects we are taking, that time the verb will be plural. For example, my friend and his mother are in town. That means here my friend is one subject and his mother is the second subject. Okay. So when you are joining with and, two subjects you are joining with and, then the verb agrees is plural. So here we are in these rules we are going to see where we can write singular subject, where the singular subject will take plural, the verbs, how it agrees with each other. When till now we have seen the subjects which are really singular. So singular subject will take singular verb, plural subject will take plural verb. But there are some exceptional rules which we have to study to get a better understanding of subject verb agreement. So here when two subjects are joined with and then the verb remains plural. For example, my friend and his mother. For example, Sita and Geeta are good friends. Here Sita and Geeta. Here Sita is one subject and Geeta is the another subject. What we are using for joining with and, so R becomes the subject verb here. So the verb is plural. Understand, when two subjects are joined with and, here the subject becomes plural. That is one. The second the rule is when two singular nouns joined by and refer to the same person. refer to the same person, thing, the verb is singular. How it is, children? See, the captain and coach of the team. The captain, that means the captain itself is the coach of the team. The captain and coach of the team has been sacked. So here has is singular because who is the captain? Even he is the coach of the team. So the captain and coach of the team both are singular here. Though you are using in two numbers, when two singular nouns joined, these are two singular nouns joined with and, then your verb remains singular, has. For an example, if I write the same sentence, if I give a little change here, the captain and the coach of the team have been sacked. That means have been removed. So here, children, if you see, I have just added here the. What the is missing over there? The captain and here, sorry, this the captain and the coach. That means here two singular nouns. They are not related to each other. They are different. So that means here the verb becomes plural. Understand? But the same here, when I am referring to the same person, the captain and the same person is the coach of the team, then the verb should remain singular. I hope you are clear with this too, when you are joining and in the two different way. Okay, children, we will continue this in our next video.